Go live.
This is Joe. He's currently home.
What's going on, everybody? Chris, what's happening, bro? Long time no see. What you doing tonight? Skinning a buff ahead. All right. I got you, Bubba. Oh, man, what a week, what a week, what a week. Well, I hope everybody's had a great weekend, rather. I'm starting a new week. We've got one more day of the veterans hunts coming up this Saturday. Jeff, how you doing? Hope you had a good weekend. Dude, let's see who all gets in here today. It is our Monday night. Let's talk about ducks and duck hunting and how our seasons went and maybe what we're going to do in the future. Craig, what's going on? If y'all have Instagram, go over to Salt Creek Custom Ammo. They are doing a pretty good giveaway. So go over there, and if you have Instagram, I don't know if they're posting it on their Facebook or not. But if you got Instagram, go look up Salt Creek Custom Ammo and look at their giveaway and then follow their instructions. It is colder inside my house right now than it is outside. Man, it is. What a winter, dude. Everything said we're going to have a cold winter, and I got it. We still got a month or so before a month and a half, rather, before it's officially spring, but daggum. I'd have thought we'd have had some kind of weather before then. Craig, how are the puppies doing? We got 4 people in here. Come on. I know Chris is working on taxidermy, so he can't really just stop and type. Whoever else is in here, y'all say something. Try to get us a conversation going here. Yeah, I know you're still here, man. I just figured you're gonna be busy with your taxidermy work. Groundhog said 4 more weeks of winter. How often has that groundhog been right? I mean, does everybody realize spring comes like March? What is it? March 21st? That's the first day of spring. I don't know. I mean, all you do is look at the calendar, regardless of what a groundhog says. I'm just saying. Leave it up to some people who trust a rodent. Yours, what? Doing good getting ready for them to go. So they'll be ready. Your lab pups will be ready February, what? Around the 14th? Around Valentine's Day or a little bit after? Oh man, oh man. Cool beans. Yeah, I was on a TikTok the other day, TikTok live, and we got into a really good conversation about dogs and whatnot. I thought it was pretty cool. Let's see here. Well, I'm getting a few things in. Trying to get some videos done. February 17th. Okay. Jeff says he's got a new dog being shipped from Kentucky on the 19th. What are you getting, Jeff? Yeller Lab. Gotcha. Is this going to be a puppy or is it a started dog or what all you? If it's a puppy, are you going to send it for training or do it yourself? All that good stuff. It was a busy day while I'm waiting for Jeff. It was a busy day today at work. My Lord. I didn't punch out after 6. I was glad it was over. Had enough time to cook me some supper and eat and get this started and sit back for about 30 minutes. She is 8-month-old, rough started. Gotcha. Speaking of, I gotta get back in the game and start working on Bougie. We've been kind of lacking here lately. Daniel, how you doing, man? Oh man, we're doing all right. We're just sitting there talking about dogs and hunting and all that good stuff. Lots of training to do with her. Yeah, I've got a lot of big plans for Bougie this year during the off season. We're gonna change up some things. We're gonna go back to basics for maybe a month, just to rehone, just nothing but basics and that kind of stuff, and then we're gonna get back into, Macy. That's a cool name. Now we're going to get back into running longer retrieves and blind retrieves and out of a blind retrieves and forced to pile and all that good stuff. I do have to buy her a new marsh stand. Like I said, some jackleg stole mine. I can't find it. Either I left it somewhere or somebody went in the boat and got it. I don't know which. Got a pair of mallard gabble hybrids on Vets Day. Yeah, I saw that, man. We'll hunt this Saturday. See what happens. I will. Supposed to. Last time I looked at the weather, it looked like it may have a chance of rain on Saturday. So, we'll see what happens. They came in on the goose pond blind about 10 yards. Yep. I saw I think you sent me some pictures on it. Oh. So what else is there, buddy? We got I tell you what, though, if it stays warm like this, I may start fishing early. All I need is a good sunny day in the 60s again, and I may start fishing. Get a little some of that top water action. We busted about 100 out of there before daylight, putting out decoys. Oh, the geese? Okay. Whew. I don't know if I'm going to do any goose hunting this late season. I think I'm going to get through Saturday and then call it a day, call it a year, and then start getting everything cleaned up. I got a lot of work to do to the boat and stuff like that. I want to get all that done. Got a lot of things I want to do, and I got some things I got to do. Dang near spring. Ain't that the truth? What's going on, Cud? That's great, Jeff. I'm glad to hear that, man. Well, let her know that we're still praying for her. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this last Monday night or not. I don't think I did. I think it all happened. Well, Tyler, you're welcome. I don't know if it had already happened after the live last week or not, but I kind of got a surprise. Yeah, it's warm. One of my coworkers, I was talking to one of my coworkers about some work, and they made mention that their son loves to watch my live streams. So, Ethan, if you're watching, how's it going, buddy? I got something in the mail for you. I don't know if it's gotten to you yet. If it does get to you, just have them let me know. Have somebody let me know. It's it's 51 degrees right now outside. It's warm. It is warm, warm, warm. How's your ice up there, Cody? I mean, is it still enough to walk on, or is the ice still good enough to walk and fish off out of, or are y'all having to stop that for a while? $60 this week and $30s by the weekend. Great, damn. You think so, huh? You think they need to hurry up? All week long. Lows in the 30s, highs in the upper 50s to upper 60s or mid 60s, and a 30% chance of rain on Saturday. Plenty of ice. All right. Oh, man. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, this will. We got to get things rolling here. I know a lot of my buddies right now have already started putting out wood duck boxes. They've been putting them out all week, last 2 weeks. We got to get in the swamp and go check some. Grab a bag of shavings and go hit some of the boxes and refill them. You got to do that in the next couple of weeks. Snow geese are showing up a little south of y'all. Are they on a return, or are they still headed south? Are they're on the return, Jeff? I hope so. I was signed into the wrong. Yeah, I know. I still know who you are. Coming north. Okay. Yeah, the regular duck season is over with, but we had the veterans hunt last Saturday and this Saturday. The veteran and the federal youth I'm going to try to go Saturday, see what happens. Just to see what happens. Yep. You got that right, Cody. You know, Cody, me and you need to start another channel. Both of us. Both of us. Split the profits 50-50. Woo. I'm thinking about it. I can't afford to get fired quite yet. Oh, man. Yeah, we'd have 1 million subscribers in a week. Yeah, I know, man. I've been keeping up. Oh, I don't care. Haters gonna hate, Bubba. I'm pretty sure that South Carolina DNR would love the fact that I quit doing this kind of stuff. Speaking of which, hey, for those of y'all that watched that video if y'all from South Carolina and you're listening in or watching later, South Carolina DNR along with Santee Cooper have proposed a aquatic vegetation bill, or plan rather, not a bill, but a plan. And they're actually asking for input. If you just go to that video and you can follow everything there and you can send your emails to them. Also on the banner down below, this is for the category 1 WMAs. If you haven't already, and you're from South Carolina or not from South Carolina, doesn't really matter. I don't care. Send your congressman, your state congressman, an email. Tell them they need to get off the pot and they need to get our category 1 WMAs back up to par and over par. And that the leadership pretty much stinks in the SCDNR and they need to get it replaced. Because that's where your problems are at. The problem's not with the workers, the problem is with leadership. So if y'all are interested in all that, just copy that right there and start sending out your emails. Name our channel Off the Rails. Yeah. See. What do they do? They get too cold and turn around and come back? Oh, Lord. I think I want to go live with my other channel. I'm all fired up. Do it, man. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Anyway, we were talking about Bougie earlier. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do with her this year. A lot of new things I'm going to try to get her. We're gonna start working her on quail and pointing and all that good stuff, and back to retrieving and all that good stuff. I got an A-frame blind that I'm gonna be working her out of. Need to get her another dog stand, marsh stand. I got a tree stand. I'll put that on I can put that on one of the trees out here. Get her jumping on it. Working out of a dog blind itself, one of those small layout type dog blinds. Going back to multiple retrieves, blind retrieves, forced to pile, that kind of stuff. Just got a whole lot of stuff. Like I said, we're gonna start working our own birds, that kind of thing. It's gonna be interesting. It is definitely going to be interesting. And as soon as I can figure out how to get all my pictures and videos off of my phone and onto my computer, we're going to have a big old montage of nothing but bougie and some other stuff. Yeah, that's why I'm not going to be talking about that stuff, man. My blood pressure will go up. Dude, I have been trying and it just won't. I don't know what's going on. It's not working right. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to try it again, but I bought this little deal here. Where's it at? I bought this little deal here, and one end plugs into your phone, and this is actually 64 gig memory device, but I can't get it to download. iPhone what? What are you trying to say? iPhone Corey. Quit trying to type with your toes and tell me what you're trying to say. iPhone correct? What is that? Oh, yes, I have an iPhone. Yes. Hey. Come here. What'd you get into? You done something. There's my problem. Yeah, probably. Oh. Oh, man. I got to take this sweatshirt off. It's starting to get hot. Need a haircut. Bow, chicka, bow, wow. Yeah, it's getting hot in here, man. That fan right there, if I turn it on, I'm comfortable. Everyone watching the game. What game? Hey, calm down. Calm down. But if I turn the fan on, I see it in my computer and on my screen, and it gets me dizzy. Is there a game coming on this weekend, Jeff? Something special? Oh yeah. Nope, I'm not. I'm not gonna watch it. Sweat like I was in your bathroom a couple years ago. Yep. That bathroom has not been the same since, dude. Hey, Charles, how's it going? Well, whenever you can get in here, man, I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, he wrecked it all right. Oh, you should have heard the noises coming out of that thing. I think he left part of his soul in there because every now and then, late at night, you can hear groaning coming from in there. Well, if y'all haven't done so, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. I lost my soul years ago. Nobody forced you into that one. Man, oh man. Where are the geese at? Swan Lake. You can go down there every day. So, anybody getting anything new stuff this year? They're looking at getting stuff. Any new gear? I got it made, I have to admit. Yeah. I'm happy. let's see, I've got a new A-frame, a new dog blind. Got a couple other things I want to get. I'm just kind of interested in what y'all are planning. What kind of stuff y'all might be getting. Don't tell her I said that. You'll deny it. I may have to go and buy a new boat line this year. It all depends on if I can. The top rail of mine broke, and if I can't fix it, I'm probably gonna have. And I need a new one. I mean that thing's older than the boat itself, so I might go ahead and get a new one. I wish I knew somebody close that had a banded axe blind. I'd like to get a better look at that. Had to get a lot of snow goose crap after getting ripped off last. Yeah. Probably A-frame, decoys, and selling everything for hunting here. Travel only next year to hunt. I got you. New redhead decoys and waders. Hunter, I got a pretty good A-frame from Bass Pro Shop. Just saying. It's the first A-frame I've ever owned. And, and I took it out in the backyard and I had directions and all that. But even with me reading the directions to make sure I got everything right, it took me 10 minutes to set it up and 3 minutes to tear down, and I put it back up in probably less time than that. You give me 1 second. Yep, I just text you back, Cody. I got an Avian XG blind. Cool. If I may get some more duck decoys, it's gonna kind of depend. I do want some of Heyday's gadwalls, but I'm kind of waiting to see if they come out with wood ducks. If they come out with wood ducks, I'm definitely getting the wood ducks. It's only night you're free. Oh man, Cody, I would, but I had a long day, and I didn't sleep very well last night. So when I'm done with this, I'm gonna be crashing, dude. I apologize. And we've only been here 40 minutes. I'm gonna be here for at least an hour and a half. What's up, Keith? Well, we were talking about you earlier. I think I spent just over 200, but I I had some gift cards, so I bought a A-frame and a dog blind, and it was right at $229. But I had, like I said, I had some gift cards. What's say, Wayne? How you doing? Yeah, Keith, we were talking about you a little while ago. I saw your Instagram post on the giveaway, so I forwarded it through Instagram to a lot of the people that I know, and then I mentioned it here in the chat. So, guys, if y'all have Instagram, go over to Salt Creek Custom Ammunitions. He has a giveaway going on, a good one, a good one, and I ordered a shirt from him last week. Got it in the mail today. The only reason I'm not wearing it is I got to wash it first. I cannot wear brand new clothing. I have to have it washed. And but it's a cool looking shirt, man. It really is. I like the shirt. Celebrating the first year in business. That's right. Anyone here who won the Max Prairie Wing Snow Goose Shoot yesterday? Jeff, I didn't even know they were having one, to be honest. Hang dry those shirts, by the way. Okay. I will get that thing washed tomorrow and hang it up. But guys, y'all go on over there. I mean, he's got, he's an ammo manufacturer. He's got shirts and hats. Go over and take a look. Take a look at his website. But I think for this year, I got the blinds. I am going to be looking at a new type of grill to take when I'm hunting. I still want a propane grill, but I want one that has either a griddle or a grill on it, and not the two propane burners. Way to go, Hunter. Yeah, every year, first Sunday after duck season. Okay, I didn't know that. To be honest with you. I'm probably going to try to get another grill to take when I'm hunting. I like mine. It's a 2-burner. It's great. It just doesn't distribute the heat when I'm cooking with the pans and stuff. So I'm thinking something a little bit like with a grill on it or a griddle. Oh, and Keith, tell your wife thanks for the little note that she put in there, and I did get those extra stickers that I asked for, so I could put them on stuff. I thank you. because I got all that right here. I'm quite sure some of y'all. I'm quite sure y'all use these, but these little empty what they are. MTM case guard boxes. My biggest thing is if I put shells in my bag in a cardboard box, those cardboard boxes are just going to tear up, and they get wet, they get more, they get moisture on, they're just going to tear up. So I went to these boxes here, and that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to label them so I'll know what's in them. So when I need to grab that shell, I can just pick them up and go. Kind of a neat idea. Yeah, I have a couple of boxes in there in my cabinet behind me. They have some 12 gauge stuff in them, and but I'm gonna use these for the 16, just so when I'll know what I have. I mean, and I can keep count of what I got, and when I want to go grab an extra box of shells, I'll know exactly what's in them. Usually when I get to where I'm going, especially if I'm wading, once I get there and get set up, I take them and put them in the shell holder in front of them. Hey, Woody Slayers, are you asking me, do I have merch? No. I tried with hats and it didn't work out. Just couldn't sell enough to make it worth it. So I quit. And just to be honest, I don't have enough subscribers that would purchase enough stuff to keep me going in that. I don't have enough room to keep everything here. So if I can ever get up to enough subscribers, say around 5,000 or 6,000, I may go back into it. I would love to sell merch. I got a lot of great ideas about stuff, and I'd love to sell it, but I just don't have the fan base to be quite honest, and I know that. Got a lot of really good friends who are in the same thing that I'm doing with YouTube, and they haven't done very well with merch. And especially like with shirts, I mean, you got to keep extra number of smalls, medium, larges, extra double X, triple X, 4X. It's just kind of aggravating, and I don't have the room. I just absolutely don't have the room. But maybe one day in the near, if I can ever get this channel going, maybe that is something that we'll look back into. I tried it with hats. It just didn't, I gave away more than I made. Inventory sucks. Yeah, I mean, it absolutely does. So, Woody Slayers, where are you from? Now, I do have yeah, I got one of your hats. Hang on a minute. This is one of Salt Creek Custom Camo hats. Salt Creek Custom Ammo Camo hats. That's a pretty cool hat. I generally keep a bunch of decals and stuff in my truck. Kind of like if you happen to run across me at a boat ramp or see me somewhere and I'm in my truck, I normally give a few out here and there. This hat's been around the block a time or two. I mean, Bougie got a hold of it, as you can plainly see. Damn near chewed the back end off of it and chewed the front end off of it. Upstate South Carolina. How was y'all season this year? Oh my goodness. Let's see. Can't see it. Can't find it. I think they're all out in the truck right now. I was going to show you one of the decals. I mean, it's similar to that. But they're all out in the truck right now. Yeah, I think merch is a hit and miss, and if you have a good fan base, you know, I think you could sell a lot. I just don't think that my fan base is big enough to warrant selling more merch or trying to sell more merch. But if I can ever get it that big, man, I most definitely will. So tell your buddies about me. Get them to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe and comment so I can get on the algorithm. Awesome, dude. I haven't been up there in a while, hunting the upstate in a long time. I've heard over the past few years, I've had some really good seasons. I need to get back up there. I need to get out and check some of my holes on my old holes that we used to hunt in years and years ago. And I think we're going to go in there and start looking at them now that the season's over, and see what's coming in, and look at water levels and do all that kind of stuff. See if there's any vegetation that may be growing in there now that's good for ducks. We gotta up the game this year. What are my thoughts on this duck season? Well, if you're talking about South Carolina, well, granted, you know, the whole country pretty much had a bad year. And a lot of that was because of weather. And let me back up by saying, and I don't know how much you've watched my channel or seen me on here, but I continuously harp on the same three things. Ducks need three things. They need food, water, and rest. Without those, they're not going to stick around. They're just not going to happen. They need food, water, and rest. Weather drives the duck hunter. Duck hunters need the weather, and we need the weather to push. We need the weather to push the ducks down, and we just haven't had it. Yeah, we've had a couple of cold days. I got it, but that's just not enough. We need colder weather up north of us. So this year, I think that I think the ducks are here. We've got enough private lands and people who actually know how to manage waterfowl areas, unlike DNR, because they couldn't manage their way out of a paper bag, it seems like. But I think we still have a lot of ducks here. They're just on private impounds where they have plenty of food, water, and rest. We just need weather. We need weather to drive the birds down. But before they do that, we need to have good moist soil type vegetation in our lakes, ponds, rivers, streams, on the public areas. We need that. That way, when we do have a good migration, we're going to be able to hold a lot more ducks. Charles says, I found a tundra swan video here on YouTube of the North Carolina State University versus the East Carolina University DU chapters. It was filmed in Eastern North Carolina. Good hunt and video. Awesome. Charles, can you text me the title? I'll look it up later. Hunter, Salt Creek, which ammo for turkeys do you recommend for a 12 gauge? Seeing you had 3 different options. Well, that is a Keith question. But going back to the duck season, we just had a lot of warm weather, dude. Just a lot of warm weather. I mean, I'm not saying you can't kill ducks in 70-degree weather, because I have done it in the past. The issue is there's very little food. There's very little native vegetation and food. Not enough to keep the ducks like they used to. And with the influx of private lands who are managing for ducks, with the corn impoundments, it's just going to pull the birds completely. Campus waterfowl, North Carolina's tundra swan hunt. Okay. It's just going to pull the ducks off the native vegetation. And then you got everybody and their brother who are hitting the public lands, and running their boats wide open, blaring music, disturbing the birds, shooting at birds that are way too far out of their range, and just not knowing how to duck hunt is just going to keep driving the public duck hunter, or the public ducks, the ducks that come to public land, it's just going to drive them into those private impounds where they only shoot once or twice a week. So there's my thoughts. Not on this duck season, but every duck season in the past and coming into the future. I'm just hoping that next year, and here's what I think about next year. If Cody is still in here, I don't know if he is or not, but he is up in Minnesota, and they're having warm days right now. And if there's not enough ice and snow on these prairie potholes, then it's going to be too dry when the ducks return for nesting. So no matter if we had a bad migration, they're not going to have any place to raise the little ones. The breeding areas are not going to be to par, up to standards. So we may have a drop in ducks again because of that. I hate regulations as much as the next person, but we have to make some hard decisions on what needs to get done and what needs to happen, especially here in the state of South Carolina. That's where I'm from. I can't control what other people do around the country. I am never going to tell a man who owns property what to do. Breeding ponds are low. Yeah, see, there we go. It's, man that owns property, that's what he does on there is his business. And I'm never going to tell him he can't. I may not like what they're doing, but I'm not going to tell him he can't do it. There is a difference. There's a matter of opinion. Opinion like elbows. Everybody's got a couple of them. So, I'm more of a moist soil guy. I love it when people do moist soil. I'm not a corn pond guy. I don't like growing corn for ducks. The old saying, rich man plants it and a poor man has to bring it in a bucket. So I just think corn is not the and I'm not saying ducks don't like it because they most certainly do. That's just proven facts, but I prefer a moist soil area. It's kind of like why I like hunting the swamps and stuff a lot, because it's all either moist soil or good aquatic vegetation that the ducks like. Wish they would lower the limits but keep the number of days the same. Well, Jeff, they lowered the limit last year to 2 mallards here on the Atlantic Flyway. And then this year they brought it back up to 4. And I think a lot of that was political pressure. They can say it wasn't, but you don't see a decrease and then an upcrease all in a year's time without it being something political. And I think what happens is some of the private landowners went, hey, listen, I've just spent millions of dollars on my property. And, you got a lot of people who are doing this. See, they lowered the limit last year, Hunter, remember? Last year it was 2 mallards, and this year it was 4 on the Atlantic Flyway. So, I think it was all political ploy, it was political pressures. If they go down to 2, here's the thing. If they drop to 2 mallards, then your decoy companies are going to suffer, your blind companies, your boat companies, your gun companies, your ammo companies, choke tubes, camouflage, you name it. They're all going to suffer because who wants to go and just shoot 2 ducks and turn around and come back? And when I say 2 ducks, I'm talking about 2 mallards. That's right. Exactly. Hey, Wanda, how you doing? All is well. But yeah, I'm with you, Jeff. Lowering limits, lowering some of the amount of days. There was a time, even here in South Carolina, where it was a 30-day season. There were times where we had cutoffs. Like you take I-90, if you're familiar with South Carolina, And you had I-95, which crossed Santee. There was no hunting after noon, after 12 o'clock noon. It was shut down for the rest of the day. The problem is people can still go in there and hunt. I mean, not hunt, but go ride their boats around. The problem is the fishermen were still going in there. I think it needs to be regional, Jeff, on some of the regulations. For instance, there should be certain areas that are mapped off, and there's no hunting after 12 o'clock. No fishing in that area between, during the duck season. So you can't even go in there and fish. You can't go in there and disturb the ducks at all. They shoot 8 ducks a lot in places. Yes, sir. You go to Canada, you can shoot 8 ducks. It doesn't matter if they're drakes or hens. You can shoot 8 ducks, period. And it doesn't matter what. It's a matter of food and no food. It's food, water, rest. We can't control the weather. There's just not enough food. I'd like to see them going in and log half of Santee, to be quite honest. Open up some places so you can get the sunlight into that swamp and grow some good food. I don't know what the answers are, dude. I'm not in that position. I mean, I have a lot of suggestions, a lot of opinion. North Carolina, they have for migratory game birds, they have no hunting on Sunday. And I know some guys in North Carolina who love that, and I know some who don't. I mean, the thing is, well, man, all I get to do is I work Monday through Friday. All I can do is hunt Saturday and Sunday. And, but there's got to be a rest day. There's got to be something in there that gives these birds a rest, that nobody's banging on them or chasing them or running them off with loud motors and blaring music all over the place. And those of you that have boats, you know exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of people are out there and they put these turtle boxes in and they're banging away music from the time they leave the boat ramp to the time they get back to the boat ramp. And they think it's all cool and stuff. And all it's doing is just driving ducks away. I mean, you don't walk in the woods on a deer hunt with a turtle box on, do you? Or you don't walk in the woods go turkey hunting with a turtle box. I mean, why are you doing it for ducks? I mean, take the same principles and utilize them. It just makes sense. But people don't think it like that when it comes to duck hunting. Are you ready for fishing? Man, I'm ready for a lot of things, Woody. I'm ready to start training my dog some more. I'm ready to start fishing. Turkey season's right around the corner. Got to get ready for it. Got a lot of work to do on some private property that I have access to. Going there and clearing out a hole and hopefully get that sunlight in there and get some more smartweed growing in there. I want to go in there and build a small blind, or at least a place where we can put so we can haul our stuff in there and at least have a dry spot to put it on. So yeah, I'm ready for just going outdoors, and it's a constant thing with me, bro. Problem is, when I start fishing, I'm looking up in the sky looking for ducks more than I'm trying to catch a fish. But I want to catch another one that size right there. Once I can get some videos downloaded off my phone and get some additional stuff set up where I can film outside, we're gonna start doing a new segment, and it will go on hopefully weekly for the rest of the off season, and that's going to be the bougie vlog. I've had a lot of people have asked me how I train dogs. I am not a professional trainer by no means. I do not claim to be one. I am not putting Bougie into any competitions, and I'm not even going to breed her. We're going to take care of that problem here soon. But I like training my own dogs. I like, I want to get them. I want to get them the way I want them. So we've got a lot of work. I work to 5 o'clock every day. So it's hurry up, grab a camera, get something set up, and work her in the side yard. I live in a neighborhood and I got to do it in the yard. But we've got a lot of things planned for her, new things during the off season. So hopefully by next September, she'll be fairly seasoned. And then it's all about her getting birds. After that, it's all about birds. Trying to get her retrieve more and more birds. Ready for them stripers to come through the river. You need to give me a holler, man, when you get ready to go. Seriously, Hunter, give me a call. Put something on YouTube. You never know when the birds are coming anymore. Nope. Oh, excuse me. Hey, Wrights. I saw your post earlier, man, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you posting it. I meant to say something to you earlier, dude, and I forgot. I had my train of thought somewhere, and then it just left me. But yeah, guys, as far as veterans go, active duty veterans, first responders, PTSD is a real thing, guys. Trust me. I train my own dog as a service dog to help with disabilities. Yes, sir. Do you like Quaker Boy Woody calls? I'll tell you what I like. I like Duck Commander wood duck calls. Love them. Absolutely love them. I have numerous wood duck calls on my shelf back here. I like the ones with a reed, with not the little metal insert that they pop in. Even though I've got several of them that sound really good. The Duck Commander wood duck call, I can make it do sounds that are more realistic than any of the others. I think so too, Hunter. It's the most realistic sounding wood duck call out there. And I use mine a lot. They do work. But I most definitely like the Duck Commander. And no, they do not sponsor me or anything. Yeah, I know, right? If you didn't live all the way across the other side of the world, I'd say, yeah. Say, come on with me this weekend. But I mean, and don't get me wrong, I've got a bunch of duck calls over. I got close to 70, at least 70 wood duck calls over here. Um, I like their teal call. Now I do have a very old wooden teal call. I cannot get. There's no name on it, and I can't find anybody who knows who made it. But I know that I've had it, and I bought it used in a one of these little shops, antique shops, and they had it in their store for at least 10 years, and I've had it for over 20. So, the thing is, anyway, it's over 30, maybe 40 years old, and it sounds better than the DC call. The problem is, it's as far as I'm concerned, it's an antique, and I don't want to lose it. That's the only reason why I don't blow it. But it's a great sounding little call. Great. And it's got a reed in it. What is my favorite state to duck hunt at? My favorite state? Oh man. It really is a toss up. It really is a toss up, dude. Yeah, anywhere but here, buddy. It's a toss up between Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas. I've had great hunts in all three of those states. Listen, back in the day, dude, when I was, you know, 9, 10 years old, and we would go duck hunting, and up until my mid-teens, and even into my late teens, South Carolina was awesome. Mallards, black ducks, pintails, widgeon, you name it, it was here. We had it all. We had it all. It was right here, dude. Didn't have to go anywhere. Did not have to go out of state. You went out of state because you wanted to go, not because you wanted to see something different. Not that you wanted to go there to shoot ducks. It's just because you wanted to see something different. But I've had some really great hunts in Arkansas. I've had really jam up hunts in Louisiana, and I've had phenomenal hunts in Texas. Don't talk about the good old days. That kind of makes me depressed hearing it. You ever spend 10 minutes with me, dude, you'll be depressed for life in real life. I talk about it a lot. I'll be going through the swamp with some friends who've never been up there, and I'll stop by this tree and I'll go, back in the day, we killed 2 limits of mallards right here. We also had bonus black ducks and widgeon. I'll put it to you like this, Woody and Hunter. I was a older teenager before I shot my first wood duck because they were too pretty to shoot. We waited on the mallards. That's how good it used to be. My first duck hunt, I was 7 years old. and we were hunting on the coast, the South Carolina on the Savannah River across from Savannah, and hunting on coastal water. And it was teal. It was all we were hunting was teal. I mean, it was regular duck season. There wasn't a teal season, but it was regular duck season. And my first duck was a green winged teal, and I shot 2 or 3 of them that morning on my first hunt. And that's a secret spot. Ain't no secret spots anymore. But it used to be something else up here, man. It used to be something else. I got one old boy that I hunt with, and he's a little bit older than I am, not by much, but he's a little bit older than I am. And we don't when we call each other, we don't say, do you want to go duck hunting? We say, do you want to go up in the swamp, eat a sausage biscuit, and talk about how it used to be? That's how good it used to be. Well, let's see here. I know I'll be knocking on a bunch of doors this year. My first duck hunt was 4 years ago and only been 6 times since. Dang. Yeah, I'll be knocking on a bunch of doors. I've been looking at some properties, and on occasion I'll go before daylight and see what's coming in and into these properties, and I'm not hearing any shooting going on, so I'm going to go talk to the owners and see if I can get permission. I'm not going to mention the Christmas of 1989. In that year, Charles, which was probably the best duck season we've had on the Atlantic Flyway in years, and I was overseas. I was overseas in the Philippines. Yes, sir. Oh man, when we had hydrilla on the lakes, I was one of the few people that had a go devil, long tail go devil, and we'd get out in the middle of those places. Man, we used to shoot ducks. What's my favorite duck to kill? Okay, well, there's a fine line on that one. So my favorite duck to eat is wood ducks. That's my favorite duck to eat. It's the best, in my opinion. It's the best duck out there as far as eating. And hey Ron, how you doing, buddy? I have a very big fascination with black ducks, and I have shot them before. And we used to shoot, we used to shoot them quite often. And but I think the black duck is my favorite to call to get the decoy in, and to shoot. That in the close second is a pintail, and I've shot plenty of them. There's just the two most wariest ducks, and if you can get them to decoy in, you've done something. Ron says, hey, Rice Travis says spent 8 years overseas. Jeff saying that's the one that's in the decoys. Hunter just got choked up and couldn't say nothing. Charles saying I was in the swamp for a week. And William, hey William, what's going on? Says he loves wood ducks. My number one duck to eat is a wood duck. Right after that is a green winged teal, unless the mallards have been feeding on smartweed. If you get mallard ducks that are feeding on smartweed, there's a flavor. There's a flavor in them that just can't be beat. Hunter saying the cans are for me. I love my canvasbacks too. I love them all, dude. I'm not a mallard purist by no means. I think canvasbacks are they're the king duck. They're the regal duck. A lot of history on the canvasbacks and hunting them and harvesting them and market gunning and all that good stuff. I've shot a handful of them as well in the past. Been a long time since I've shot a canvasback. But then again, you just don't see them in the swamps, and you don't see them on our lake anymore. There was a time, man, on our lake, you'd see them all the time. You see canvasbacks all the time. Blue wings. Yeah, I love to hunt blue wings. I love blue wing teal, hunting for them. It's my favorite. Hunting blue wing teal is probably one of my favorite ducks to hunt. Have you ever seen an albino duck? Unless it's a farm duck. I've seen pictures of ducks with bad genetics, and they're blondish or what have you. And I've seen pictures of them, but I've never shot one or had anybody with me who's ever shot one. I'll tell you why I like blue wings, and because I'm doing a little bit of everything that day. I'll go and right before we set up, I'll drop some crawfish traps, and I'll put them out in certain places, and then I'll go to where I'm going to hunt teal, and I'll hunt teal. And when I'm done, I may fish my way back to the crawfish traps. And if I catch any crawfish, they go in the bucket. And then I continue to fish, and I usually get home around 12:30. And I pull the boat up, unhook, grab my dove bucket and some dove shells, and I go into a dove field, which is right down the road from me. So that's why I like teal hunting. That's why I like teal season, because everything, fishing, crawfish, teal, shooting doves, it's all, it's right there. Yes, sir. I know that. I know where that refuge is. They had a bunch of gadwall this year and a bunch of shovelers, a large amount of shovelers. In Lake Hartwell on the Georgia side, there are tons of canvasbacks. I tell you, one of the best hunts that not one of the best hunts, but it was a good hunt. We caught the last 2 days of the duck season, and then it was going to roll over that year, the beginning of goose season. So we went up there for 3 days, and we were going to catch the last 2 days of the ducks and the first day of the goose season. That's how it rolled out. And we shot our limit of mallards both days, and it was 2 of us, and we shot a 1-man limit of geese the third day. But we could have shot mallards if we were outlawing. We could have shot mallards that day with not a problem. They were dive bombing in on us. It was a great 3 days. But I like hunting wood ducks as well. I mean, if you're going to hunt ducks in South Carolina, I mean, you almost have to. You either have to get up under a wood duck flight, or you've got to change your tactics and learn how to get them to come into the decoys. And I think I'm pretty much perfecting it. I've had wood ducks come to the call, and you know I've had them do it, not all the time, but I've had them do it, so I know it works. Well, maybe next year, Woody, you give me a holler. We'll come up to Lake Hartwell and hunt with you. Give me some heads up. Hunter, I'll be going Saturday for the veteran stuff. Let me know if you want to tag along. Wood ducks are hard-headed. It'll be local. It'll be local. Yes, Ron, I do put decoys out for wood ducks. Now I haven't done this in a while, and the reason is I got rid of all of my plastic decoys except for 4 wood ducks, plastic wood ducks that are on a jerk string. But I will, if I know that that's all I'm going to be doing is going to be hunting wood ducks, I will set out at least, and this the way I did it, I would set out about a dozen decoys, but I would rig up 2 jerk strings. So there'll be 4 on each, so that's 8, and then the other 4 rather, would be just off to the sides or in the center or wherever. But I would run 2 jerk strings, and I would connect those 2 jerk strings together. Imagine a V. I'd have one on the right side, one on the left. I have a couple of decoys in the center, and it would all be coming back to me, to my tree. And along with the wood duck call, we'd be hitting those jerk strings. And we used to put out mojos, wood duck mojos, or even a mallard. It didn't really matter, but they don't seem to work. They don't seem to work anymore like they used to. I have used the flicker flockers, setting them off to the sides. But we'll run that along with a wood duck call and making all the sitting sounds that I know how to do. And those birds would, I mean, it's like any other duck. They're either going to want it or they're not. But the ones that do, they come barreling in, brother. I mean, they come in through those trees like it's unbelievable. I actually, Ron, if you go into my channel, I actually have a video which I probably need to update. I may do it again this year. We have one particular wood duck hole that we hunt on Thanksgiving morning. That me and some friends, we do it every Thanksgiving. It's an in and out kind of thing, but I may do an updated video that day, and showing you showing exactly how I do it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Hunter. I know you got a boat and all. I had another buddy of mine that was going to come, and all he was going to do was help me run a camera. But I mean, he can't hunt either. He was just going to run a camera for me. But if you've got two youths and you got your boat, there's no way I can put that many people in my boat. Get in touch with me this week, like in tomorrow. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. Find me. It's all Daddy Duck 365. Find me and send me a message, and we'll exchange numbers if you want to go. Because now the youth, I will, if they're your kids, then I'll just ask you, can I film them? But if they're not yours and you're just taking them out, I got to have permission to do any filming of them because of, that kind of stuff. So let me know. I haven't been seeing any either. If I can get a couple people to go with me, trust me, we're gonna eat. Fat man got to eat. I will definitely eat. But it will be local, and you know what local is, bro. I'm not giving out any names over the live stream or any places, but it will definitely be local. Thanks, Ron. I appreciate it. Best part of hunting, yeah, ain't that the truth? Yeah, like I said, I've got a Hunter. Did you just follow me on Facebook and Instagram? And if that was you, is you any kin to Pal? We're friends on Facebook. Okay. Dude, I have, what's really funny, dude? I have no idea who I'm friends with. Isn't that sad of me, man? Okay. Can't run a freight train on kindling one. Fuel the fire. That's right, buddy. Yeah, shoot me a message, man, and we'll get numbers exchanged. Unless I've already given it to you somehow, I don't know. But Ron, you out? All right, buddy. You take care of yourself. Okay. No, somebody just followed me on Facebook and Instagram, and I got a notification just popped up. And I saw the last name, and that last name is someone the same last name as someone I know here in town, and I didn't know if that was you or somebody else. So I was kind of curious. Woody, says, man, I'd be glad to go. Give me a call, man. I don't know if you're a youth or not, but or if you're a veteran, but the only way you're going to be able to hunt. If can't do it this week, then maybe one day next year, next season. Because I do, we're going to be expanding out a lot of places this year. I got a lot of places I'm going to go check out here in the next month or two. I want to do it before the trees start to green up. Yeah, I don't know where any are at, dude. There was a group of boys around here somewhere, local. They got into them big time during the early season, local. And I mean, real local. There you go. I don't know who else is in Washington State that's on here today, but I know Wright's trapping. He's got a great little YouTube channel and trapping channel and whatnot, and he's a good fella. So, that sounds good. Just keep coming in here, man. Keep coming every Monday night at 8:00, Woody. Every Monday night at 8:00, we have a live stream. Tell your friends, man. I need people in here and watching the channel. Have to trap them off the docks. Yeah, that's generally how it is. Well, I've got an A-frame blind and 4 floating goose decoys, and that's all. That is my repertoire. Oh, I do have a goose call, but that is my repertoire right there. That's all I got. I have been looking for some, maybe a dozen, maybe 2 dozen goose shells, just shells. Because I do have a place in North Carolina that we like to hunt, and we could use them. So if you know anybody that's got 1 or 2 dozen goose shells, I might be interested. I'm not paying premium price. I don't want to break the bank. That's, so I'm looking for, like I said, a dozen to 2 dozen. I don't need any more than that. Yeah. No, right. I didn't actually see yours, but I am very familiar with the stealth boats. And the pop-up duck blinds. I'm very familiar with them. I'm actually considering getting one of those. I don't know if I really need the blind or not. I just want something to get me there. I don't need the blind because generally speaking, I'm going to get out of the boat anyway. Look at Bulk Decoy Club, good cheap decoys. You got it for $500. Dang. Hey, Boosh. What you doing, girl? You want to see what it? You want to? When's the last time y'all seen Bougie? Come here. Oh, come here. Oh. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Oh, goodness. Say hey, Boosh. Hey, look here. Say hey to everybody. Say hey. She's getting so big. You getting so big. Yes, you are. Good achievement, don't I? She's getting big. She's relatively speaking, she's still a small dog, but she is getting big. Oh, she's stout, man. I mean, she is just solid. Yeah, she's growing up. Either fishing and trapping. I got a video where I get a hook in my knee. Oh, that had to hurt. Yeah, I want it for fishing, some small water that I have access to, and some even smaller water for duck hunting, shooting wood ducks and stuff. What I really want, another reason why I want it is I want one that's stable enough but small enough. All right, Hunter, you take care of yourself. We only got 10 more minutes, man, and then we're out of here anyway. But I want one that's small enough and stable enough that I can get in it, put it in my boat, take it to some spots, park my boat, get in it, and go sneak around and find better areas to hunt that I can't get a boat through. Even a mud boat, you just can't get them through the trees. It's just too thick. So, and because the water might be too deep to wade. All right, Hunter, you gone? Woody, I guess you're gone too. Take care. Appreciate you coming in. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button before you leave, please. Where did Bougie come from? I got her locally, and I say that it's about an hour up the road from me. A friend of mine turned me on to a guy that he's got two German wire hairs that are and they had a litter of pups, and I don't think they were expecting them. But that's where I got her from. I tell you what, I've grew up with Labrador retrievers. I've had numerous labs over the years. I've trained all my dogs, all my labs, and I can honestly say over the years, I've had a couple of really good dogs over the years. All right, Charles, take care. But so far, Bougie is actually becoming one of the. She's in the top three of so far. I mean, even at her young age, I mean, she's something else. I mean, she's smart. Yeah, I hear they're very stable boats, right? I've heard they're very, very stable. Well, guys, I know we're not quite at the 2-hour mark. But I'm going to have to leave here. I'm getting tired. And Bougie decided to come in here and wake up and want to play tug of war with her chew toy. So, and I got something else I got to take care of. But anyway, I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming in tonight. I do love having these chats. Just duck hunters sitting there talking about stuff. But y'all have a great week. And we will see y'all next Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. God willing, the river don't rise. See you next time. Daddy Duck 365. Thank you for the information, right? Appreciate that. Y'all have a great night. Bye-bye.